Good day, everyone. This is Danica Dimasagka, and now I will be reporting the incentives compensation in Chapter 9. Incentives compensation organizations are confronted with a concern for efficiency on operations. This is brought by competition and just the plan instinct for survival. A very important area of consideration is employee performance, in which ways must be devised to make it happen. So what are incentives? As defined in Chapter 8, incentives are rewards given to employees for performing beyond the standard requirements. In addition to the base salary, a deserving employee receives incentives. As such, not everyone gets it because not everyone is expected to perform beyond standards. So these are the factors to consider in establishing and maintaining incentive system. The following are recommended as a guide. Certain factors must be considered in establishing and maintaining incentive system. Number 1. They must be tied performance. Efforts and rewards must be directly related to each other. In addition, rewards must also be viewed and desirable. Number 2. They must be designed to cater to individuals who have different needs. This means that there must be a variety of incentives to make sure that a certain types of incentives matches the unique and particular needs of any employee. 3. They must consider the specific environmental and limitations of organization. They must be reviewed periodically to find out if they are still effective. Changes are necessary if the incentive system is not encouraging employees to perform as expected. So there are three types of incentives: the individual incentive plans, group incentive plan, organizational incentive plans. Individual incentive plans are those designed to motivate the individual employees to perform beyond standard requirements. The reason for such type of plan is to reward top performers. However, there are two requisite conditions for individual incentive plan to succeed. There are the following. Individual contribution must be the emphasis of organization. The job must be designed to allow the individual employees to work independently and with autonomy and discretion. Individual incentive plans may be classified into the following: base rate system, commissions, bonuses, and merit pay. So now let's proceed to the organizational incentive plans. Are rewards designed to cover all employees in an organization. It consists of gain sharing, plan sharing, and employee stock ownership. Group incentive plan are those designed rewards work team, project members, or department. Instead of individual output, the emphasis of group incentive is on group. Incentive professionals. There are tendency for some organization in rewards professional just like ordinary employees. This may not be a good idea because professionals are different and such they must be rewarded accordingly. Professionals are hired because of their expertise along certain lines and which make them very useful to the organization. Incentives for executive. The ability for executives to influence employees to perform provides sufficient reason to consider carefully the kinds of incentives they deserve: base salary, short-term incentives or bonuses, long-term incentive or stock plans, and perquisites. So these are the designing, implementing incentive pay. To be effective, incentive-based system must be properly designed and implemented. In doing so, the following may be useful guides. Number 1. Defining the required performance criteria. Key indicators in the various levels of operation must be stated. For instance, return on equity on investment may be the performance criteria for top management. Number 2. Develop comprehensive reward framework. Incentives are directed towards making employee perform beyond standard. As incentives are aimed at attaining maximum performance, base pay must be allowed to play its part. Both must be designed to implement one another in the attempt to achieve the strategic objective of the company. Number 3. Desired behaviors must be reinforced. It is very easy for an organization management to declare what it wants from employees. When this declaration is not matched with full recognition, however, a repetition of the desired behavior will not be realized. For instance, if the company desires that salesmen should sell more than their assigned quotas, they must be rewarded if they are able to do so. Thus, the company is to reward with a 20% any salesman who sells beyond the required 100 units annually. He should be given the bonus whenever he sells more than 100 units. Giving him the bonus would be reinforcing the behavior of selling more than the standard requirement. When that behavior is reinforced by a reward, repetition of the behavior by the particular salesman or any other salesman may be expected. Number 4. Incentive-based system must be properly funded. The success of any system can be assured if there are sufficient funds to back it up. The funds should come from the increased profits or decreased costs arising from the achievement of the objectives. Profit-sharing plan are those reward employees using profits of enterprise as basis. Just like gain-sharing plans, group rather than individuals are rewarded. Profit-sharing plan may be distinguished according to how they are distributed. Number 1. Deferred plans, where the individuals' share in the profits are distributed at retirement. Distribution plan, where the individual shares the profits are distributed after profits are declared. Combination plans, where part of the shares in the profits are distributed at retirement and the remainder as soon as the profits are declared. The piece rate system. It is the type of incentive plans pay individual employees based on the number of units produced by each. The piece rate system may either be the straight or differential. The piece rate plan has its strengths and weaknesses, and they are briefly described below. Strength. The reporting of performance results cannot be influenced by the supervisor bias. Rewards are tied directly to performance. Example, higher output means higher pay. Weaknesses. Not all of the behaviors encouraged by the plan contribute organizational mission. The pressure to produce is great and some employees may be affected, leading them to produce less. Commission is a form of incentives usually paid to sales employees. It is based on a percentage of sales in units or peso. Bonuses is an extra payment given to employees for good performance in addition to production. Bonuses may also be determined on the basis of cost reduction, quality improvement, or performance criteria established by the organization. Bonus is often used as an incentive to executive, although this may also be applied as lower-level personnel. Merit pay. This term may be defined as individual pay increases based on the rate performance of individual employees. An employee who is entitled to merit pay receives a higher base by commencing on the year following performance evaluation. This computed a certain percentage of the base salary of the employee. So for example, employee base salary during the year 2003 was 10,000 per month, and because of his good performance, he was awarded a 5% merit increase starting year 2004. His base pay per month in 2004 and onward is 10,500 pesos. Employee will receive that amount from then on until he becomes entitled to another merit increase. Those are the contents in Chapter 9. Thank you for watching. God bless you all.